Welcome back to the channel, folks. Welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I really do appreciate this. Today on the homestead, what we're gonna do is, let me pop you guys down here. We have this area here on the back side of our shed. That's an absolute mess. So first of all, we're gonna clean it. I'll probably blow through that in a time lapse, but we have a really nice, probably 1.5 inch live edge slab that we got from Kevin. If you guys are just joining us here, we heat with, like you just saw in the beginning, we heat with firewood and we burn a lot of sawmill cutoffs. But we have a really nice piece. We're gonna build today an outdoor bench. Now Jay, why do you need an outdoor bench? Well, if you do any grinding or I like to tune my chainsaws in a vise. And that the shed is nice. We built a really nice work shed, but it's nice to just have a bench outside. We can torch some stuff, we can grind some stuff. We don't have to worry about absolutely gassing ourselves. So that's what's on the agenda today, folks. So let me go ahead and clean this up real quick. Let me show you the slab we're working with, and let's get this project started. Well, we're gonna build as we go, and we're gonna wing it. Yes, there's probably better ways to do it, but hey, listen, I am a non-professional here. So yes, without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, folks, so that's nice and cleaned out. We got all that crap moved away. As you can see here, we have our fuel shed here. So again, our slab that we have, which we'll bring out in a second, is perfect size, because if we come in here with the tractor to load this fuel shed with barrels, which we haven't done yet because fuel right now is outrageous. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set up our sawhorses here, our cheapies. I'm going to build a nice pair of sawhorses. These ones suck, but they'll do for now. Let's bring the slab out, place it down, and see kind of which way we want to orientate it. All right. Oh boy, that's heavy. Okay, so there is our slab-a-rooney. So let's have a look at that. All right, so this is our slab here. Again, it's pine. This is rough sawn. We got it just like this. Let's see how long this is actually compared to our shed. Might have to trim. This doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to work for what we're doing. So this slab is 113 inches. Our shed is, oh no, come on baby. Oh, our shed is 120. Okay, so we don't have to trim it, which will be nice. So one thing we have to consider is the swing. We obviously park our trailer right here and our truck right here, so we need to be able to make the swing, which I think will be all right. I'm wondering if we should put the skinny end. I think we should flip it. We'll put the fat end down there and the skinny end down there. So why don't we do a 180 with this slab and see what the other side looks like. I'll tell you, for pine, it's still pretty heavy for pine. I'm wondering if, yeah, you know what? I think that would be better. I think that would look pretty good actually, because this, we want the skinny end here so we can get by with the snowblower, and the fat end down there, which will be fun. So why don't we actually, let's tuck this up against the shed and see how it looks. I've been saving the slab here for a rainy day. So I think that'll look pretty good. Now we just need to cut a few boards here for our back, for our bench to sit on, and then we'll kick a couple legs underneath it, and I think we'll be good to roll. Again, this is nothing fancy. This is nothing, just a simple outdoor bench we can work on, sharpen saws, and do some, we can clamp stuff. We're gonna put a vise on this, clamp stuff in the vise and whatnot, and yeah, let's go ahead and finish up. All right, so returning from the junk pile. Ah, yes. This is plenty long. So this is a piece of 1x from our sawmilling adventures. So why don't we, we'll cut two, I would say probably 2-inch sections. Two 2-inch sections. Let's rip them, and then we'll cut them to size. We'll be able to stitch that against our fence here, and then we'll kick a couple legs underneath it, and we'll be good to roll. Now I know some of you are typing right now, that's not a good way to rip boards on a table saw. I've done that my whole life. Whatever, I'm safe. Nobody lost a hand or a finger. That heavy board is not going to be kicked back by that saw. So yeah, go ahead and leave me a comment anyways, because I know I'm going to get some crap over that. So let's get the chop saw now, cut that at 112, then we'll stitch it against the fence, the shed here, and then we should be able to mount our slab and be cooking with gas. So let's go ahead and roll. So that just took some of the boogers off it, so we got a nice clean surface on all sides. So let's do the other one, and then we can mount this on to our shed. So let's blow the other one out and we'll pick it back up in a minute. So our studs are 16 inches over. So what we're gonna do here, take this out, and then this is our 8-inch mark. So our screw needs to go roughly right here. Oh, there's a nail in the wall, conveniently. All right, so that's 16 inches over. Let's get that started, just double check. From our outside corner, 16, so that should work. I think that's a good height. Keep in mind our slab's a 2-inch slab, so the top of our bench is going to be at the 2-inch mark. Let's put one screw in there, and if we have to lower it, we'll be okay. We're not going to hurt anything. So slide that over. Oh, I lost it. Where'd you go? A convenient screw. Close enough, right? Alright, so we hit a stud, so that's good. In theory, we should hit a stud here. And that we did. Okay. So we have that would be level. We have some downward pitch. Let's kind of place our bench up there and see what it looks like. Let's just see here. Do this. Now we're going to be sharpening saws and running the chop saw, so I think that's kind of high. If you ask me, that's up to my belly button. Yeah, why don't we lower that a little bit? So we're going to lower that just probably 2 inches. If you're enjoying this video so far, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Go ahead, it's right below here. I'll wait. It's literally like right in this general area. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not. So without further ado, let's continue on. One tip, when you're doing screws, this is a 2-inch board. I did that first screw at the top, next screw at the bottom, and then alternate. If you put all your screws in the same line, you could risk splitting this board. So just a little quick pro tip for you there. Again, you can see here, 16 inches we marked, low screw, next stud, we went high screw. Different grain, think of like lanes on a highway. Different grain travel or whatever, so it doesn't split. So I think what we're gonna do now is, if we were to put this out level, we need to cut a 2x, a temporarily footing, if you will, to slide underneath. So now level would be 36 and a half. So let's cut a piece of 2x 36 and a half. That'll be our center support for now. And then we'll figure out a permanent solution. So 36 and a half. right, folks, so what we're gonna do now is we have our temporary leg in there. This is pretty much dead level as we can get it. It's at a really good, nice working height. If we were to sharpen chainsaws or cut stuff on the chop saw, I dig it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave our temporary leg for now. We're gonna screw in the back here. So let's go ahead and blow that out, and then we'll continue on our very project. So let's just put a couple in for now, so she doesn't go anywhere. Okay, one there, one on the end. All right, let's go ahead and blow. All right, so we got that screwed on. Now we're gonna take our nice finished piece here and get the screws out of there. We should be able to screw this, yeah, just like that, right to the wall there. I think that'll look good. Do we need that? I don't know if we need that. I don't see why not though. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. It'll help sandwich, I guess. I don't know, whatever. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, no, I like that. That looks good. We're gonna sand this when we're all done, obviously. But yeah, I like that. Let's have a step back and take a peek, huh? Well, I dig it. Live edge bench. Enough room to get by with the snowblower, not sticking out enough to get caught on any vehicles. So yeah, now let's put a leg here. Okay, so we're gonna do, so we put a paver down there, which is pretty level, and we're gonna cut a 4x4 at 33.5. 33 3/4. We're gonna put a vise here, so we'll just 33 3/4. We'll cut a 4x4, and then we'll work around our vise after. All right, so I think we're gonna use these 4x4 caps. I think if we screwed those underneath like such, then we'd be able to slide our leg under there. I think that would give us a pretty good hold. So this is 2 inches. Let's get 1.5 inch nails. Let's set this in here, and then we can stitch it all together. I have these kicking around, so I might as well use them. And this doesn't have to hold a truck, but I don't think that's going anywhere, so I like it. I dig it. Good down pressure. Again, we're not welding or forging or beating anything half to death. It's just to help support our bench, so I think that's pretty good. Let's do the other two, and then we'll see you in a minute. Well, folks, there you have it. Let's have a look, huh? So we have our board against our shed here, our slab, and then a top piece. Top piece is more cosmetic than anything. We got 3 legs centered. As you can see, it's clearly working out because we already have our chop saw there set up to cut the legs. It's nice because we're not interfering with the fuel shed at all, so that's nice. Snow blowing here, we still got plenty of room. We still have also plenty of room to make the corner here with the truck, because eventually we're going to be parking the truck there. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, another project well done. 2 things. We're going to finish this. Number 1, I'm not a professional. I'm sure there's other ways to do it. I ended up actually leveling it. I couldn't stand it being tilted that bad. It drove me nuts. So this is actually level. Rain, runoff. I pitched it just a little bit, so whatever. I don't care. It's an outdoor bench, so it'll serve the purpose. So without further ado, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Another improvement here on the homestead. Now we can cut timbers here, sharpen our chainsaws. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our vise from the basement and mount it on the corner there, so that way we have a place to sharpen our saws. Like I said, we can mount our chop saw, which you've seen, bandsaw, whatever we need to do. We have an outdoor bench for it. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know what you think. And yeah, like I always say, we will see you out in the woods.